they all seem to be general. Duties are doing well. I went to PIU, I just left PIU yesterday. They are doing equally well. It looks like everybody is trying to prove themselves. Even within the same service, you can, for example, community policing, they're doing well. Child welfare, they're doing well. I mean, everybody is trying to, as per their mandate, deliver the goods. And collectively, we are all trying to reach the same vision of ensuring peace and stability for this country.
The Vice President also presented 5 motorbikes to the police chief for on-one transmission to officials. The last stop of the tour party was the Banjul City Council, where a meeting with the community was held. During the meeting, officials reiterated the need for members of the community to work hand in hand with security officials to maintain the peace and stability of the country. The Vice President called on Banjulians to assist President Jammeh in his drive to take the Gambia to higher heights by voting massively in the upcoming polls. The Ministers of the Interior, Basic and Secondary Education, and Forestry and the Environment all echoed similar sentiments. Alaji Obi Konate, Aja Fatuba, and Alaji Abdul Jallo all expressed their gratitude to President Jammeh for his relentless efforts to making the Gambia a shining example in the sub-region. They reaffirmed their unalloyed support to the APRC and vowed to massively vote for the party come the next general elections. For GRTS News, I am Asatumane.
Officials of the Gambia Radio and Television Services have reaffirmed their resolve to provide the best of radio and television reception to both the local and international audience. This comes as the GRTS team, comprising the board chairperson, Director General and the Director of Television Engineering, tours the various transmitter sites in Kudang, Basse and Abuko. We have, as we hear in this report by Famara Fofana, the facilities under construction form part of GRTS's satellite project.
The tour of GRTS transmitter sites under construction began in the CRR village of Kudang. This particular station, situated on the outskirts of the village, is said to be of immense strategic importance.
This site should be serving the gap left by the Masa Kongo and the Bansang TV transmission. Everybody should be able to view GRTS using these ordinary antennas in this area between Bansang and Masa Kongo. Because as of now, there's a poor signal reception in this area. That's why we decided to put in this transmission. It's a 5 kilowatt transmission, enough to serve the area.
It shows their commitment and what the love they have for the people. They could have said, okay, there are so many SARES around there, and those people, they might not be able to have access. But with the installation of this transmitters, the entire CRR will be fully covered. According to the Director General and the engineer, what they told us that even in your house, you don't need a standard antenna. Even in your own house, your TV antenna, when this is installed, you can have access to TV. And apart from that, also, people will be walking.
With a land size of about 200 by 200 meters, this facility, when done, will be manned by 2 technicians who are to come from within the village. Work here is expected to wind down sometime this month or August, but GRTS officials suggested the expansion of the generator room observed to be small. Meanwhile, Kudang, with the 80 kV generator in place, is poised to benefit from electricity supply. The sprawling town of Basse is one settlement that has long enjoyed a healthy relationship with GRTS, and with the new transmitter stations like this to benefit from digital FM radio stations, Alhaji Omar Khan is impressed.
Not only to the people of this region, but to the people of the sub-region, because it will go beyond my region. So we are very grateful to the GRTS for coming up with this bright idea, and particularly to the government of the Gambia, under the leadership of His Excellency, the President of the Republic, Sir Professor Dr. Alhaji Yaya A.J.J. Jammeh.
Currently, the Upper River region has a GRTS radio station that is also providing information and entertaining your people. With the coming of the FM2, do you think there will be any difference?
Yeah, well, I understand the FM that is going to come up is even much more powerful than the AM station we have here, and the reception will even be better. So I've been reliably informed by the engineer that the FM station will be by far better than the AM station.
Veteran broadcaster Marcel Tomasi is the chairman, GRTS Board of Directors.
The development is very impressive. I certainly, when we started out, did not think I would see this level of development. You were in Kudang yourself, and Kudang is virtually complete. The only thing that we have about Kudang is that the generator housing is too small, but the engineer assures us that it will be reconstructed to fit it. The one here it's very good, and as you can see, there's tiling work going on. And what is encouraging about these two sites we have visited so far is that by the time the equipment arrives, we'll have the proper housing and adequate housing for it. So that it's a question of putting in the equipment and starting operations. The difference would be quality, transmission and reception for the general audience, the entire Gambian audience. And the governor said beyond. It goes beyond. Already now signals are going beyond. But the thing is, it's the quality of the reception will be clear, both for sound and image. That's both for radio and television. This is what this is. It covers both components. The FM transmitter for radio will be here. There'll be 2 transmitters for television. And that's it. You've got the whole works complete.
Officials of GRTS also used their bus trip to inspect the GRTS radio station. Personnel there were given a pat on the back for their sense of dedication to duty, whilst GRTS Supremo Alhaji Modu Sanyang assured Nuha Baji and team that with the current expansions unfolding, better services are in the offing, including those that could address inconveniences relating to spacing. The officials wrap up their tour with a visit to the Abuko Art Station, where a new transmitter house is being built. Officials say it comes at a time when the existing one is overloaded. Work here is at an advanced stage, with the ground being prepared for the erection of the mast, equipment which are already packed on site. Meanwhile, GRTS's television engineering director informs the public that they are working hard on the KU band, a development that will enable viewers in Europe and the Americas to get TV reception, as opposed to the C band which they have been operating on. Famara Fofana, GRTS.
For centuries have been carrying the history and relationship of the Bojang Manga and Bajan families. Their efforts have been complemented in a masterpiece written by one Sheriff Bojang. He calls it History of the Bojang Family. The book launch, presided over by Ajahn Fatou Assombi Bojang, brought together members of the 3 families in the Gambia and neighboring Senegal. Ajahn Misisi attended the ceremony, and this is her report.
Barely a month after the groundbreaking Bujinga Festival, Sheriff Bojang delivered his masterpiece, History of the Bojang Family. In a bid to give a deeper understanding of the past, he documented the oral narratives which explains the origin, movement, social and political relations and settlements of the Bojang, Mange and Bajan families. The Jamaro Festival, which left in its wake commendable unity between the 3 families, has made the move by the Gambian compatriot an applaudable one. With Gambian literature reaching higher heights, we've seen different compilations in the past, but none like this one. It is a unique prose which gives a clearer picture of the relations between the 3 families, which is underpinned by common historical bonds and shared cultural values. Officials say the book would go down in the annals of the country's literary history. Hasum Sise, a recognized historian in the Gambia, after reading the book, was of the conviction that it will forge ties of unity and brotherhood for the families.
The Bojang family helped to democratize history because it gives historical voice and mention to the most basic and ordinary people, such as family heroes and heroines, who will not normally feature in the pages of the national history.
Sharing with the gathering, the author of the book dilated on how he drew inspiration from Alex Haley. Sheriff Bojang believes his book would widen awareness of what he described as a rich past, but the book also aims at an assortment of objectives.
It is therefore hoped that this book will not only develop a reading culture and information sharing, but it would as well widen the reader's awareness on various social culture structures and constitute our society, reunite a family which has been shattered by migration and its associated factors.
The Minister of Tourism and Culture, Honorable Fatumas Diop Njai, in her words reiterated the importance of family as a tool which promotes mutual coexistence premised on harmony, love, respect for one another and unity.